Hey, what's up, everybody? Hopefully you all can hear me. We don't have any coaches on yet, but I think they're going to be coming on. I just wanted to make sure we got started right at 8 o'clock. And then really, I'm going to try to keep this call to like 30 minutes. So the first thing I want to tell you guys is all of you that, posted your stories, your whys, even your day one pictures. Congratulations. The stories were so awesome. Make sure that you write those down and keep those handy. Because as you can see, some of you guys are already having a little bit of a hard time staying motivated. The first week is tough. Your body's fighting you. That little voice in your head is bringing up doubts and trying to sabotage everything you're doing. So make sure you write down your why, why you're doing this, what's driving you. You have to have a why that's really, really strong. For me, like I told you guys in the kickoff call, that was getting healthy for my kids and my wife, because they count on me. I can't help them and be here for them if I'm out of shape or, have a heart attack. So for me, it was changing my life so that I could be there for them as long as God allows me to be there for them. So if you have a why that strong, every time that little voice in your head tells you to maybe slack off, you're going to press harder, and you're going to do it because you know that you've got somebody there that's counting on you. So write those things down. Remember what I told you guys in the very first kickoff call, and that was to celebrate the highs. When you do something great, even if it's small, even if it's, there was a plate of cookies that you passed up, let's celebrate that, man. Put that on the chat boards and let's celebrate it. Push through the lows, and there's going to be a lot of lows. I mean, we're already having some people having some lows the first week, which is perfectly normal. Push through those lows, reach out for support. Some people have already reached out for support, and you can see why the group is so amazing, because everybody jumped on to support those people and not tear them down. So push through the lows, ask for help, and don't be hard on yourself. And this is what I said in the kickoff call, because I see it so much. I see it with clients I train. I see it with people at the gym. I definitely see it with our challenge group members. I think a lot of people go out and expect perfection. And that's just usually not the case, especially in your first challenge group, maybe even your second challenge group. You're not going to hit this thing perfect. It's going to take a lot of trial and error. It takes a lot of practice to get this down. I did not have it down my first 90 days, not even my second 90 days. By the end of the year, I was running, I had it down pat, but to start off, I didn't. But you guys have the benefit of something I don't, and that's this huge support group. So I really want to, encourage you guys to reach out and make connections with people, because that's what this group is going to offer that you're not going to get anywhere. You can't get that with a personal trainer, a nutritionist. You just cannot get that anywhere except here, a group of like-minded people all going through the same struggles that you're going through every day. So reach out, connect with people. Maybe even team up with a success partner. If you click with somebody on the boards, message them and say, hey, you want to hold each other accountable, and see if they will. See if they'll message you if they notice you start to fall off. Some of my best friends in the world are people I met 3 years ago in the very first challenge group. We did Insanity Asylum together. And there was about 100 of us, and we became so close. A lot of those people are actually on the Asylum infomercial, but that group of people became so close that now we vacation together every summer. We're still best friends. A lot of them are now Beachbody coaches, and actually one of them is my success partner. and we're just the greatest of friends. And those are the people that have kept me going through the years. Even when, you know, I had a spell about a year and a half ago where I was doing all the right things and I couldn't lose weight and I didn't know why. Those guys helped me figure out what was going on and that I had actually crashed my metabolism, but really helped keep my spirits up while I was going through that hard time of still progressing. So, you know, I couldn't have done it without them. So I really encourage you guys to team up with a success partner, and maybe even 5 or 6 success partners, because some of them might fall off. So, you know, it's okay to team up with more than one success partner. Get your own little close-knit group that you can count on. All right. So, you know, don't expect perfection. Right now, like I said, there's that little voice in a lot of you, that voice of doubt that's really trying to sabotage what you're doing, and that's perfectly normal. But I'm going to give you guys some tough love. This may be the earliest I've given tough love in a challenge group, but it's necessary. At the end of the day, if you don't succeed at this, it's not the coach's fault. It's whether you succeed or not is on you. Only you have the ability to make yourself work out. Only you have the ability to make yourself focus on nutrition. And like I said, that's not going to be perfect every day. But in the end, you can't blame your coach. You can't blame the size of the challenge group. You can't blame the small groups. Those are all tools to help you. In the end, you guys have to dig down deep and figure out what is going to push you to make you change. And, you know, excuses are they're just reasons to fail. And I hate excuses. I've told, you know, many people on my team already know this, but time to me is not an excuse. I know a lot of people use time as an excuse, but if something is important to you, you're going to make time to get that thing done, whatever that thing is. To me, taking care of the only body I have is the absolute most important thing. So I'm going to make that a priority. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Taking care of my body is the #1 thing I'm going to do. So everything else comes after that. So I encourage you guys to really turn off the excuses and just make it a priority to take care of the only body you're ever going to have. All right. Let's see. Speaking of the sheets that you wrote down, sheets. So we all, on the kickoff call, I told you guys we're giving away that big prize box. All right. And on the prize box, you had to write down a few things for me, like your why, your reasons why, you know, celebrate the highs, push through the lows, don't be hard on yourself. And then send me that. And we had a ton. So, oh, excuse me, really quick, I'm going to draw the winner for that. All right. So they're all in this hat. There's a ton of them. Let's see who it is. And the winner is Shannon Crothers. I hope I said your name right, because I'm having a hard time reading it. But Shannon Crothers is the winner. So congratulations, Shannon. I will get in touch with you so I can get your address, or if you're listening to this and you just want to message me your address, go ahead and do that so I can send this box out to you. I'm really excited to get that to you. One of the other things I wanted to remind you guys of is the small groups. So like I said in the kickoff call, we have this big group. We have lots of people, which is great, but we want you guys to be able to make connections with certain people. We have a group called the Extreme Team, which I think I forgot to mention on the kickoff call. And the Extreme Team is those people looking to lose like 50, 75, 100 pounds even. And that is a great group. So if you're somebody that needs accountability from people who are needing to lose more weight than the average person, I highly recommend you get in the Extreme Team. Hit up Kim or Greg Lane or me, and we'll get you added to that. There's the PAL list, the personal attention list. That is a way, if you guys want follow-ups, not just from your coach, but from all coaches, including me, Every week, we're going to send you guys, usually on the weekend, probably on a Sunday, Saturday or Sunday, depends on the coach's schedule. If your name's on that list, we're going to send you a note just to check in with you and ask you how you're doing and if you need anything. So, you know, the idea of the group being too big, you know, we're trying to squash that idea, and we're going to give you guys every tool possible to totally crush this thing, because really we just want to see you guys succeed. So there's that, and then you know, I've been telling you guys, don't expect perfection, but there is a thing called the Perfection Crew. Actually, you can't even join that, so I don't know. I'm not even going to talk about that because the Perfection Crew's already started. So if you're not in the Perfection Crew, it's too late to get in there anyway. But really looking the PAL list. Sign-ups for those are in the file section. So if you want to go to the file section, that'd be great. And that's all I've got. I'm trying to keep this really quick. I want the calls to be, you know, well under 30 minutes. So, and I don't have any coaches on here to help me read these questions. So bear with me just a minute, and let me go over and check Facebook here. Let's see. Somebody had asked me about fiber. I saw that question. For males, usually about 40 grams per day. For females, about 25. 25 grams of fiber a day. That ought to do it. Let's see. Sorry, guys. Let me just quick. I always hit, Abrar, sorry if I mispronounced your name, says, I always hit some kind of plateau after the first month of every new program I start. I always end up quitting the program and gaining all the weight back plus a few more pounds. My question is, why plateau early on the journey? How do I break that pattern? So Abrar, one of the things that you need to, if you haven't watched the 10-minute nutrition video I did, watch that. I'm not sure of the exact reasons you're plateauing, but what happens with a lot of people is they start a program and they start at too big of a calorie deficit. And when that happens, usually your body is smart and it wants to survive, so it slows your metabolism down to adjust for that severe calorie deficit. So you're going to lose weight at first, but eventually your metabolism slows down to adjust for that calorie deficit. And then even though you may be doing all the right things, you can't lose any more weight. And that's the problem I had. It's a very common problem with females who diet a lot. You know, they'll go on an 800-calorie diet or pills or wraps or whatever it is, and they'll lose a lot of weight at first. And then they'll be excited, and then they'll hit a plateau, and they'll get frustrated, and they'll just go back to eating the way they did. The problem is their calories go up, but they've slowed down their metabolism, and their metabolism is still down here. So what happens is you usually put on more weight than when you started, and you put it on faster, and you can't figure out why, and that's why you haven't slowly raised your metabolic capacity back up. It's a very common problem with people who diet a lot. That's why you hear a lot of people. Actually, the people who diet more often and more regularly are usually the people who gain more weight over the long term. And it's because of that vicious cycle. So what we want to do is get you eating as much as possible and losing weight. And losing weight at a slow, healthy rate. That way, when you do hit a plateau, we have lots of room to cut from. If you start a diet and you're working out 5 to 6 days a week and you're only eating 800 to 1,200 calories a day, when you hit a plateau, and you will hit a plateau, as a coach and as your trainer, there's no room for me to cut your calories anymore. You are at the bottom. And if I cut your calories anymore, you know, your body's going to start feeding off muscle, which is going to slow your metabolism down even further. You're going to feel like crap. You're not going to have any energy. And it's a vicious cycle. So when you hit that bottom, and for bottom, I'm talking females working out 5 to 6 days a week, that bottom is about 1,200 calories a day. If you're at 1,200 calories a day, working out 5 to 6 days a week, and you're not losing weight, you have what's called metabolic damage, and we need to repair that. And reverse dieting is the course you need to take. And in reverse dieting, we slowly add, you know, if you're at 1,200, we might go up to 1,400 calories a day and keep it there for 3 weeks. The problem is most people, when they go to that 1,400 calorie range, their body's not used to the additional carbs, and it retains a little bit of water, so your weight goes up. And you might get on the scale and you might gain 2 pounds the first week and you freak out. So then you drop back down to 1,200 and you're right back where you started. You have to keep that there for 2 to 3 weeks to let your body adjust and let your metabolism speed up a little bit. And then you'll start seeing the weight come off, and we really slowly increase your carbs and calories over time. Now for males, that is 1,800 a day. If you're at 1,800 a day, working out 5 to 6 days a week, and you're not losing weight, you have metabolic damage. And you need to talk to me or your coach about reverse dieting, and we'll help you do that. So hopefully that helps. Let's see. Danielle said, thank you for what you do. Oh, you're welcome, Danielle. Sorry, just reading through these questions. Fiber, okay, I got that one. Tasha Davis said, I will be tuned in. I got on the scale this morning and have lost 4 pounds already this week. That's good, which isn't bad, but I have been gradually losing 1 to 1.5 pounds per week for the last 30 weeks. Wow. So to see 4 pounds go in just 3 days, and I haven't changed a thing. So my question is, as you lose weight, should the number of calories you eat daily change? Yeah, eventually, Tasha, they should. But if you're losing weight, consistently losing weight, which you definitely are, I would not change a thing right now. I wouldn't change a thing until you plateau, or until you feel like, you know, your body is. I mean, listen to your body. So if you're getting headaches, if you're crashing during your workouts, if you're getting really tired during the day, all those things are indications that you probably need to up your calories. And again, just like we do with reverse dieting, when you up your calories, do it slowly, methodically, and deliberately. So you're going to be adding, you know, 100 to 200 calories a day. So if you're at 1,400, you might go to 1,500 or 1,600 a day, and you're going to keep it there for 3 weeks without doing a thing. And keep in mind that that first week you might have a couple pounds weight gain. Don't let that freak you out. But it sounds like, you know, I was losing all of my weight. I averaged 2 pounds a week. I'd have some weeks, I mean, I was doing the exact same thing. Some weeks I'd lose 0 pounds. The next week I'd lose 4, but it always averaged out to 2. So that was just the rate of weight that I lost. Let's see. All right. All right, is that all the questions we have? All right, guys, I think that's it. I'm trying to look over at Coach's page, and not sure if they're seeing it all or not. But usually there's a bunch of coaches jumped on, so I don't know what the problem was today. But anyway, that's okay. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Hopefully this all transmitted through. And we will talk to you guys next week. If you have any questions, email me. We'll do this call every week. And then, you know, the day before or the day of, I will post about the call to remind you guys. And then you can post any questions that you had come up through the week. So, all right, guys, take care. Have a great week.